Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel 100 Ideas. Spring and summer mean returning to outdoor living, but unfortunately that means you don't get the same privacy as indoor living. Living in the beautiful chaos of any big city is amazing, but realistically it involves sacrificing a little bit of your privacy. Even in the suburbs, you can run into issues with communal porches and shared backyards. Adding privacy plants, a privacy screen, fence, or wall of some kind is a great way to offer both yourself and your neighbors a little bit of extra home space outside. You don't necessarily have to break the bank to create an awesome privacy feature. We scoped out some of the most affordable and aesthetic options to turn your patio into a bit more of a personal escape. Creating a modern wooden fence wall can help you achieve a private patio feel in an otherwise open area. If you're handy with a skill saw or know someone who is, this can easily be a weekend project that transforms your outdoor space for years to come. Additionally, if you choose to build the privacy fence wall yourself, you can customize the size to fit a balcony or specific backyard space. The lattice wall is traditionally used in garden spaces and as a privacy topper along with fencing. It is popular for the partial view obstruction that still allows light to pass through, and the structure that it offers climbing plants like ivy and vines. Even though lattice falls in the traditional trend, decorators and homeowners have incorporated the fencing into modern spaces as a privacy solution. If the traditional wooden fence style is not for you, or perhaps you don't have the space for large lattices, there are many metal and vinyl privacy screens on the market right now that may work for your space. Metal and vinyl privacy screens come in a variety of sizes and designs that are customizable to your area. Some of them are portable and collapsible, and they can also be painted to suit your decor. These modern privacy solutions double as a chic design element in your outdoor space. These are just a few of our favorite modern privacy solutions that will help transform your backyard patio into a private launch spot for you to enjoy all summer long. Check out our rules for designing the perfect patio setup and combine them with these modern privacy solutions to create the ultimate outdoor area. Decorative colored crushed stone for landscape design is an original solution for decorating a garden area. With the help of such an attribute, it will be possible to decorate not only flower beds but also to delimit the plot into several zones. We offer you to get acquainted more closely with the features of decorative crushed stone, as well as the technology of its coloring. Colored crushed stone, small stones, fraction, from 10 to 15 millimeters, having a cubic shape, painted in bright colors. At industrial enterprises, special coloring pigments are used, which are resistant to external factors. They are non-toxic, therefore they are safe for solid and garden plantings. Painted gravel crushed stone is also characterized by resistance to frost, UV exposure. Crushed stone belonging to the first class of radioactivity is suitable for use in garden design. In addition, decorative gravel plays a practical role. Crushed stone is often used for drainage, maintaining water balance in the ground. It passes moisture well, does not allow it to erode. Thanks to the rubble, weeds do not grow on the site. It is used to create compositions, tracks, different decorations, and different styles. You can buy decorative crushed stone for landscape design in construction stores. We create colored crushed stone with our own hands. Two types of stones are suitable for coloring: granite rubble, marble rubble. It is recommended to choose stones of identical sizes for coloring. For the selection of crushed stone, a metal mesh is used, which has small cells to perform sifting. It is not necessary to measure the material to accurate indicators. The main thing is to eliminate large specimens. Before painting, the gravel must be washed. To do this, the stones are laid out on a prepared metal mesh, dipped in water. The washed material is poured onto a film or necessary linoleum, left to dry for 30 to 60 minutes. To paint the stones, water-based and acrylic weather-resistant curbs paints are used. For quick staining, a concrete mix is used. The dried material is poured into a bowl. The paint is poured in several passes, adjusting the desired saturation. The painted material is pulled out of the concrete mixer, laid out on a grid to drain the remnants of the pigment. In the absence of a concrete mixer, it is better to buy spray paint. Scope of application. Colored stone for landscape design is used to create colorful drawings on flower beds to decorate the recreation area. It is also used to form original inscriptions on pedestrian paths. With the help of decorative miniature stones, they perform revenge around the house, pool or gazebos, paths on playgrounds for children, features at the bottom of ponds, framing garden sculptures, monuments, the decoration of gravel benches, the territory around planted ornamental trees look original. Paths and paving. A hard surface in the yard is important from a hygienic point of view. It allows you to keep the yard clean, and it is easier to take care of it. Wash, remove leaves, throw snow. Most often, solid paving is used when most of the yard territory is laid out with paving slabs. Paths are laid from the paving in different directions to help get to different areas: garden, auxiliary buildings, shower, bathhouse, etc. Four-type paving is mainly used to create paths to various objects. The principle of its device is that a gap is left between the individual tiles. At the same time, for the convenience of movement, the distance should not be more than 30 centimeters, and the tiles themselves are selected sufficiently large so that the foot fits completely on them. The space between the elements of paths of this type is filled with long grass, pebbles, small rubble. What to make paving and paths out of? Paving stones. Thick brick-like tiles easily withstand the weight of the car, so they are used for laying in the parking lot. Paving stones are used to arrange a blind area, a patio area, a path between the gate and the house. Concrete molded tiles, ideal for creating garden paths. Flagstone. Flat slabs are integrated into the lawn, combined with crushed stone filling and pebbles. Decking. Water-resistant composite material imitating wood. It is laid on a leveled platform filled with gravel or crushed stone of small fractions. For greater reliability, the decking is sometimes mounted on a crate made of timber. Modular coating. Plastic plates with a raised anti-slip pattern, connected by a spike roof or leg roof lock. Rolled plastic coating, used to create temporary and seasonal tracks. It is also possible to make a concrete screen with the prospect that in the future some tile material will be laid on it. Choice of landscaping. All types of plants can be placed on the territory: trees, shrubs, and flowers. Lawn decoration. The lawn emphasizes the shape and relief of the territory, connects its parts to each other, highlights flower beds. It is impossible to do without this element when planning the landscape in front of the house in a modern style. It frames the paths and forms the basis of the natural covering. As a rule, the lawn is complemented by trees, shrubs, and flower beds, or vice versa, complements them. However, in cases where the house is built in an ultra-modern style, for example high-tech or minimalism, the grass cover can be particularly the only one on the site. In addition, the soft lawn is suitable for arranging a children's playground and recreation area. On the grass you can have picnics, play sports, and sunbathe. Also, the lawn retains moisture, improving the soil in general, and prevents weeds from growing. A pond is a natural decoration for a suburban area. It can be built in any area combined with different styles of landscape design. The coastal area is decorated with pebbles, gravel, plants, an alpine slide and other elements. Before starting preparation and work on the construction of the pond itself, it is advisable to think about what it is needed for what purpose it will be used, for bathing, landscape decoration, growing, aquatic plants, fish breeding, humidification. Decorative small ponds are usually included in landscape compositions and are not used for recreation. Deeper reservoirs are made in the garden, decorated with bridges or waterfalls, beautiful lighting. On their shores, they equip a recreation area with sun launchers, gazebos, benches. You can also swim in large reservoirs and breed fish in small artificial lakes. In shape and style, garden ponds are of two types: regular, strict geometric shape, or asymmetrical, suitable for landscape in the style of minimalism, classics, high-tech, modern. Landscape, edges of irregular shape, suitable for natural styles and classic landscapes. It is also possible to build a raised reservoir on a foundation or with high walls, equipped with a bank fence. Ideas of ponds from improvised materials. Usually for the construction of an artificial reservoir, different types of film, concrete, plastic molds are used. But in the country you can make an unusual pond from improvised materials. For this purpose, an old bath, a basin, container is seeped into the ground, painted and decorated with a fountain or plants. A tire, a hole is torn out according to the size of the tire from the wheel of a large car, sand is poured on the bottom, a tire with a cut top is placed on top, and the covering material is placed on the bottom and sides of the base for the pond. Edges, shores the pond, is covered with sand and decorated with stone, while fixing the waterproofing. A metal or plastic barrel. Container is cut off, dug into the ground, slightly leaving the edges, which are subsequently decorated with rubbles and stones, and a small lawn is broken round. A place for an artificial reservoir on the garden plot. The relief of the garden plot should be used for the location of various landscape design objects, including a pond. On a flat surface, the configuration of the reservoir can be any, and on terrain with high differences. A lake with a waterfall or multi-tiered ponds as well as slides and bridges look good. Also, when choosing a good place to build a pond, you need to take into account the following factors. Free space. If a large pond is planned, it is important to allocate a freer place for it, especially if there is a recreation area nearby, so only a small pond can be built on a small garden plot, and almost any place is suitable for it. The quality of the soil and the level of underground water. These parameters affect the depth of the reservoir, the choice of materials that can be used, as well as the complexity of the work or the arrangement of the reservoir. Illumination. The deeper the pond is planned, the more illuminated the area for it can be located. But the best option for any artificial reservoir is a shaded place in which direct sunlight falls no more than 5 hours a day. Electricity supply is good if electric wires run next to the place for the pond, as this will simplify the landscaping of the territory, for example connecting the blacklight. It is also important to consider other natural features. For example, it is good to place a pond in a place viewed from the windows of a residential building or from a recreation area. It is also better that bushes and trees do not grow directly near the water, otherwise branches and leaves will pollute it, and the root system can damage the waterproofing of the bottom. Various ugly buildings, especially household ones, should also be removed from the pond so that they are not reflected in the water surface. From the decoration of the shore, you can use flower beds in tubs or arrange a lawn and plant low-growing herbaceous plants. All work is recommended to be carried out in spring or early summer. Pond dimensions. The dimensions of the structure depends on the place where the construction is planned. There are no strict requirements regarding the size, but you can adhere the general recommendations. The pond area should occupy approximately 3 to 10% of the plot area. The aspect ratio of the reservoir depends on the configuration and the depth is selected according to the dimensions. How to design a pond. To make an artificial pond look natural in the landscape, its shores can be decorated with plants and stones. Sloping areas or terrain with drops are ideal for recreating a waterfall. If the area allows, next to the water you can arrange a recreation area with a gazebo, a mini beach, benches, beautiful plants and garden figurines. To decorate the pond, they usually use plants planted in containers and placed on specially equipped ledges in the pit, flowers in tubes placed on the shore, a large stone boulder located in the center of the pond. Lay beautiful stones on the bottom, walls on the shore. Lay paths from the pond made of sawn wood, gravel, and other natural materials suitable for paving. Throw a bridge over the pond. Put a fountain. Make railings, fences along the shore. On the shore, you can also make a backlight from LEDs or put lanterns in glass transparent bowls that protect the wiring from moisture right on the water using cargo. Rules for the care of an artificial pond. In order for an artificial reservoir to last longer, you need to choose the right material and follow the installation technology. It is also important to properly care for it during operation. Hide equipment, fish, and plants for the winter. In order for the water not to be polluted, it is not recommended to lay peat and chernozem soil on the bottom. Remove dried plants in time and protect the pond from fallen leaves with a special mesh on the frame. To prevent the pond from blooming, you need to add cold water in the heat and keep it in a slightly acidic state. For fertilizing coastal and aquatic plants, it is better to use not spring solutions but slowly soluble long-acting fertilizers. We hope this video was useful to you. Like it, write your comments and subscribe to our channel.